Hello, Happy Jones here from Planning with Happy J, and I have been asked to do After the Pen video. So today I'm going to do a flip through of January and February in a couple of my planners. And let's get started. And I'm going to start with my vertical. Now in January, I did not do a currently page. And this is the month. And this I thought was very pretty. I like the New Year's theme of it, but it didn't show up very well. This is very light and broken, sort of. It's not a solid color. It has like little white things in it, and it didn't show up well. But it was a nice cover, and but unfortunately it didn't show up that well. Now, still sticking to the theme for my first week, I think this one showed up better because it had stronger colors in it. I don't know, these showed up better. And you could see that I do plan in it. And I like these bottles, and I love this clock. Now, this did not look so good when I did these lines without, but I like it better showing it with me writing in it. And I may go back and try them again. I got more done. I wrote down more things to do. And I sort of like that idea to go back and try it again. Now, this one I loved when I did it. But now it seems a little dark, but it certainly showed up well. And I did a little different. I put the lines in a box. And I like that a lot, how it looks. It gives me more room to write. And these boxes are hard to come by, though. They're thinner. They look like the bleed, but it's not. It's an actual sticker. But I like them a lot, and I don't get a lot in my sticker books to choose from those. But anyhow, I like this page. The more I look at it today, I'm really falling in love with it again. And I put in a couple of quotes, and I like that. Now this is a very light page, but it's very pretty. And I feel it fit January and the cold colors in a way, even though it's sort of a warm tint to it. And I think this is the first time I used a big box over here. And I like that idea that I could do, because on Saturday, Sunday, I work on my YouTube, and I could put things in there. And but I went back to just one section for writing. Now that was fine. Some days I didn't have much to write, but other days I ran out of space to write down what I wanted to do. Now it doesn't matter on Saturday and Sunday because I don't really have time to do anything else except the videos. Yeah. Now this is another dark page, but it's lightened up with the pretty pinks, and I like that. And I used a box and a couple of dots, and then I used these. I like these strips because they give me a choice, plenty of choice to write things down. And I did put a couple boxes, but I didn't fill it out this one because I was working on, I didn't fill this out either. So I don't know why. Now to go to February, I did my first currently, and I really enjoyed it, and I didn't think I would like doing currentlies to come up with ideas to think about what I did. But it came out well, I think, and I liked how and I filled it out, and the reading was I read Susan Elizabeth Phillips' book, and I practiced ballroom dance, and in the news was the protest and rioting in Minneapolis and the kidnapping of Nancy Guthrie. And decluttering, I decluttered my patio and guest bathroom, and because they were going to be painted, and painting a living room, dining room, and hallway. That was done already. So I'm having that going on with trying to do everything else. And I'm thankful for my increased energy I've had lately. Now, I went nuts in February. I went pink, pink, pink. And now I'm really tired of pink because I spent almost the whole month on red and pink. But that's what it is. And this was the month. And this was my first day. Now, I like this better because it has both the florals and the icons. And I like that combination. I wish there were the floral sets came with matching icons. That would be nice. Just even one page of icons. That would be nice. And in fact, the Spring Volume 2, I Love Spring by Calva Plan, has that type of theme, and I like that. But it's a thick sticker book. So I use these again, and then I use the big square box, which I like for Saturday and Sunday, and that serves me well. And Friday, I don't have a lot. I have lessons, but I got a lot done. And I like using these strips. Now, I'm noticing I'm using florals a lot, but I love the florals. And I love putting them down here and in the corners. And that's what they're made for, or reversing it. But it doesn't allow for much variety. So I need to get away from it a little bit. I think I went back to it this week after going a couple times without it. Now, this was another red pink, and now I'm starting to get tired of all the pink. So what did I have for the next week? And I love this page. I love the coffee theme, and I did it in the horizontal also. And now I had the thicker border here, which restricts my writing a little bit. But I don't know why these didn't go all the way up to the top. And it was a little funny, you know, I had to put something up there. But it had the icons, and I loved having the matching stickers out of it, and I loved having a theme. And it was very clear, this week, coffee, freshly brewed. And I do love my coffee. And I love this page. I'm back to the pinks again, but it was a very feminine page, and I liked having these, for choices, these stickers here, where you could put in just a picture already made. And I love the ladies, the sitting and the standing, and and I love this. I thought this was really neat, and that was one of the first things I put down, I think. And it even had a couple of flowers for my flower-loving taste. So that was my last February in this planner, and now I'm working in March, but I'm not going to show you that because I just started March. and we're like in the very beginning week of it. So let's go to my horizontal now. And my January. Now, on the monthly, since I journal in my horizontal, for the monthly, I'm doing a gratitude. Every day I write down something I'm grateful for. And I missed one day here and another day here, but I kept it up pretty good. And I used the black theme New Year's Eve, which I really like a lot. I think it really came out better. And here is one of my favorites, my Happy New Year theme in the black and gold. And I just love how everything came out in this. I love having these stickers, and I had to sneak in one little flower. Oh no, two little flowers. But it really is a nice page, and I really, really liked everything about it. The hat, the 2026. Oh, there's another flower. The mask, and the Happy New Year, and the balloons. It just was and it was fun to do also. Now, I like this because of the dog. I just loved him. But I don't like the overall page for some reason. It just doesn't work as well as I had hoped it would be. These seem too disorganized, I don't know. But I love the little dog, and I like the drawings too. They're very well done. I like the artist that did this. Now, this is one of my favorites, and I didn't think it would be, because when I started with these, I realized I almost had the same sticker for everything. And I just couldn't figure out how to use it. So I started cutting it and putting it on top of the planners, and I put these boxes here. I don't know why I put them in, but the minute I put them in, then I started thinking, oh, I'll put quotes in them. And that just made it come together for the page. And I really like this a lot. Now, this is not one of my favorites, mostly because I'm not crazy over these icons. And I just couldn't make it work. And also I'm noticing I really have not a lot of variety. I'm going opposite here, here, here. And almost every page it has that, and that's the very easiest to do. But I think that on my next horizontals, you're going to see a change. And that would be probably the second week in March that would be working on this week. And I'm going to try to be different and make a drastic change. And I've been looking at other horizontal planners, their videos, trying to get different ideas and to adjust them to my own way. And so look forward to a change. I hope it works. It could be a complete failure, Now, I like that this is the same theme with the box with the quote. And I had to do it again and with the quotes, and I started using flowers along here and on the top or on the corner on these boxes. But I don't know what happened. Some reason I didn't fill it out. And I didn't finish writing. So I'm a little disappointed on that, but that's the way it worked out. And if you don't feel like doing something, you know, that's okay too. Planners are just for our use. So this time I only missed one day writing my gratitude in. And I tried to decorate the month a little more. And then I went to this and I filled it out really well, and I tried a little variety by putting in washi. And that did make it a pretty spread. It's a pretty colors and it's a pretty spread. And I started to put this week up here, and I like that. Yeah. Now, here came the coffee theme, and this is one of my favorite pages. I just love doing this coffee theme, and I love these things here with the quote and the tables and the stains and the lady with the coffee and the hands. Oh, and a coffee maker and another coffee maker and a coffee. And it just came together, and I love the theme, and I like it. I like having a whole theme, you know. And this one is pretty in blue, and it's got the washi in it and the this week. And I wrote in the box here and here instead of quotes. And it came together nice, and it was a pretty page, and it did well on views, if I remember correctly. I think it got a lot of views, you know. And this was another one. Now, this was a challenge because I did not like these kind of flowers. But I challenged myself to use them. And then now I like them on the page. When I put them down, I like them on the page. And I liked using a figure that went up to 2 days and the little dog, you know. And it was a fun video to do. And I liked the combination of things. Oh, and that's it for February. So now I gotta come up with some ideas for my horizontal for the second week in March. So look forward to that. And that's my 2 planners. My other planners, like my home planner and my budget planner, I don't really, they have personal things in them, so I'm not going to go through them. So this is my After the Pen, and I hope you enjoy it. And thank you for watching, and bye.